What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back. And I do appreciate the support. Now, I seen this yesterday, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit. Now, we all know that the nation has a lot of federal agents running around here arresting Latino people, namely migrants. But there's been rumors that they're just grabbing any Latino person, locking them up, and all of this type of stuff. And they recently went to Charlotte, and it's been controversial out there. Now, I want to show you this, and I want to give you my assessment on what you're about to see and why I think this is happening nationwide. Not the ICE raids, but the way people are reacting. Take a look at this madness.
A show of force in Charlotte as Border Patrol moves in.
Just show them your ID again. This is bull. What the?
Hey. Across the city, contentious encounters. Agents seen here detaining a man outside a laundromat. One woman yelling at agents who questioned workers at her home.
Get the hell out of my yard.
DHS confirming they're surging law enforcement here to ensure Americans are safe and public safety threats are removed. Outside his Latin bakery, Manolo Betancourt stands guard, a whistle around his neck. How do people feel this morning?
Fear, man. I think I'm gonna be closing the doors today, and I don't know when I'm gonna open. You know, it's not worth it.
His bakery is a staple of this neighborhood, but today he's mindful of being a magnet for immigration enforcement.
I carry my American passport. Nowhere in the Constitution says that American citizens has to carry their passport to show that they are citizens.
Local leaders preparing for days for this new immigration crackdown.
No one here is called in the National Guard. No one here is called in Border Patrol. We know how to take care of our city. We know how to protect our city, and we simply do not need them here. All unite!
Today, hundreds gathering in protest.
All unite for immigrant rights!
Bracing for more action as officials urge calm tonight. Ryan Chandler, NBC News, Charlotte.
Team coverage of what happened across the Charlotte area. Our Michael Warwick spoke with protesters who are outraged by federal agents coming to town.
But tonight we start with Ron Lee, who talked with a man who says he was stopped by agents despite having all of his documentation.
A warning posted to the community. Businesses that were supposed to be open now locked up tight. The reason for all of this is what was happening just outside their front door. Video capturing the moment federal agents smashed their way through a driver's side window looking for undocumented migrants Saturday morning.
The border officer is very angry. I feel like too scary, you know.
Willie Acetuna found himself at the end of an agent's baton while shooting this video. He says he knows why he was targeted.
This is not looking for criminals, really looking for Latino people.
He suffered minor injuries and agents did not arrest him. He says for one major reason.
I got papers in the country.
Border Patrol officials fanned out along South Boulevard and east of Charlotte. Some witnesses telling us suspects were chased down on foot and by car as officials swarmed the area. Latino businesses along South Boulevard were locked up and dark. Many chose to close up, funneling many of their employees out the back door. Those businesses who remained open faced empty stores.
Some of the business on this shopping center is closed today.
Anselmo Martinez just opened an ice cream parlor 2 weeks ago, which Saturday looked more like a ghost town. He said many in the community are too afraid to come out, including his 12-year-old son.
He's nervous. He's afraid something happened to us.
Others who weren't involved grabbed their cell phones to document what was going on.
Then uncover your face.
Katie didn't want to go on camera, but says she was rattled by what she saw.
In the distance, you could see Hispanic people running for their lives so as to not be caught by ICE.
Even local leaders say they were left in the dark.
There's been outreach. Different channels have been tried leveraged, and with no communication at all from the federal or the state level.
Now we talked to many city leaders, and even they don't know how long this operation is going to last. In South Charlotte, I'm Ron Lee. WBTV, on your side.
Okay, you've seen that. Now, first things first. They called this thing Operation Charlotte's Web. That is fucked up to me. I don't know why that's offensive to me. Like, I mean, I remember Charlotte's Web when I was a kid. And it was about Wilbur the Pig and all of that type of stuff. And either way, man, I just thought that was crazy. But let me jump into this. I think this type of stuff that's happening, people, regular citizens, non-Latino citizens and Latino citizens are going out there and confronting these ICE agents and stuff like that. A lot of times I think it comes from a lot of misinformation on the government's part and not enough, information. Put it that way. These people are running around here grabbing Latinos. They don't know who's illegal or who's not by the look of somebody. They don't. And they're running around here, they grab these people, and America has a hard time with that because it looks like a massive witch hunt. The government, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, doesn't make enough PSAs, proper PSAs, because they got PSAs out here where I forgot the lady that's in charge of immigration or whatever, the white lady, I forgot her name. She says this, and like I thought this was fucked up in a commercial. They show them on YouTube sometimes. Some of you seen them, where they show an airport. They show migrants walking in a line. They say, if you're an illegal migrant in this country, this will be your new home. Meaning the airport. We're going to get you out of here. It's a certain amount of professionalism they ask you to have when you get in courts of higher law and places where you're supposed to be dignified or a place of dignity while showing no dignity in an infomercial. Those are made to craft the minds of weak-minded people to further support whatever they do in the street as a necessary evil. I'm not feeling that. Now, trust me, I am on board with getting illegal migrants out of here that are committing crimes. Everybody is, I think. But I think it's a big disconnect in who needs to go and who needs to stay. They open the borders and let all these people in here, whether you like it or not. If they're in here and they went through the paperwork thing or whatever and they have not committed any crime, I wouldn't bother them because they let them in here. That's just me. But the ones that are up here doing crimes and getting caught up in stuff and all of this type of stuff, by all means, get them the fuck out. And that's fair for anybody. You know, the big thing is you seeing this being about Latinos when a lot of people came from other places. Chinese came here. Some people from African countries came here. Some people from Arab countries came here. But the news keeps putting out this thing with the Latinos and all this stuff, type of stuff. It's messed up to me that business owners are so scared for their workers that they're pushing them out the back door to avoid anything hurting them or them being caught up in any kind of madness that's out here. The government is not putting out enough information of who they're looking for, what they're really going at. They said it like once or twice, barely mentioned it, and now, boom, we'll just descend on this city. Boom, we'll do this, we'll do that. And you got the backing of the man in the high castle telling people in certain situations to use whatever necessary force they have to use to get the job done. I don't know if any of you guys ever been in war or wartime situations where you're a soldier and you have a lot of stuff coming from high command. And they'll tell you to do one thing, you get ready to do that, and then it'll stop. All right, sit tight. And then you're sitting there like, what the fuck are we doing? And then they'll tell you to do something else, and you got to unpack what you're doing and then do it. It's a bunch of craziness. This reminds me somewhat of that. You got a bunch of people out here that are law enforcement. A lot of them ain't right in the head, and they out there doing shit, and they got the backing of higher ups to where they going out there and they getting tired of doing this type of shit, and they just fucking people up. Shit is wild. You know, I've been to Charlotte 7 to 8 times. You know what I'm saying? I seen like 3 or 4 Latinos the whole time, but then again, I wasn't out in the street. But damn, I mean, Then the people talking about, damn, we didn't even know they was coming. They just popped up and National Guard. And I heard they were supposed to be sending the National Guard there to Charlotte. I'm like, Charlotte? You know, compared to the other states, places that they sent them, D.C. and Memphis and places like crime. If that's the case, crime in Charlotte is nowhere in comparison to Memphis or D.C. I know that for a fact. But I mean, it is what it is out here. Now, the guy on TV, when they broke his window and he was talking, he said, no, they looking for Latino people. But then he said, they didn't take me because I had my paperwork. Okay, well, you just answered your own question. If they was looking for Latino people, that took you. See, but the news put that on there like that. You know what I'm saying? The thing is messed up is like a lot of people are from here and they're being harassed. And that's the big thing with this. They're being harassed. And people are not trying to, people ain't going for that shit. People are scared. I don't know how it is to be a Latino. And let me say that, man. I don't know how it is to be a Latino. And honestly, if I was a Latino, I would be somewhat skeptical of what's really going on. Because especially if I see ICE and then they see me and see, oh, you Latino, come here. Now, hell, I mean, damn. You can get pulled over by a cop nowadays, be scared out of your fucking mind. Whether you going to jail or getting shot or anything a lot of times. Facts, let's face the facts. But I just honestly think that it's not a lot of information out here, and they don't come on TV enough and talk to the American people to explain to them exactly in black and white, this is what it is. And if the ICE people come up on you, you do this, you do that. They don't. This is a massive operation spreading across the nation. And you got a lot of confused citizens that are out here doing the right thing in life. And they're on edge. Don't understand it. I mean, I just think more can be done to educate people and, have it to where it could be more uniform. It's just my opinion. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment, man. Tell me what you think about the whole situation.